Alright kid, get in here. Grab a seat. You doing okay? Of course you are. You're above ground and you're still breathing. Best of all, you're getting ready to watch another video by me, the gaming mobster, Screwface Capone. How awesome is that, right? Anyway, last Thursday was the Game Awards. So of course, Astrobot took home the big one. Of course, Black Myth Wukong also got the Action Game of the Year and the Player's Choice. Lots of great showings from different developers. There's that performance by Snoop Dogg. Also, I also like the musical performances too, so those are actually surprisingly cool, and I really wasn't even looking forward to them all that much. And of course, it doesn't seem like anybody was being hurried off the stage this time, so that's a good thing. But anyway, there was a lot of great announcements, so I picked out 10 of them during no particular order, so we're gonna hop right into them. Tecmo Koei and .emu kicked off the night by revealing a brand new Ninja Gaiden game, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Playing as Kenji Mozu, a young ninja from the Hayabusa village, it's up to you to stop a demonic invasion while Ryu Hayabusa is in America after his father's passing. The gameplay and graphics have that old school classic feel to it, while at the same time seemingly bringing in that modern intensity from the 3D games. The game is being developed by the Game Kitchen, the team behind the Blasphemous series. You already know how awesome those games were, so no doubt there's high hopes for this game too. The game will hit PC along with all major consoles next summer. It's been a while since we had a new Ninja Gaiden game, so no doubt this is a welcome sight, and the pixel art graphics already give me flashbacks of the NES days. I wonder if it'll be just as challenging too. Guess we'll find out when the game drops next year. While we're on the subject of classic franchises making a comeback, Capcom surprised us with two big announcements. First, they teased Onimusha Way of the Sword, marking the franchise's first new entry since Dawn of Dreams, which came out nearly 2 decades ago in 2006. The teaser obviously didn't reveal much, but it looks like the samurai Samanosuke is making his return, and he's bringing his soul-stealing gauntlet with him. With the Netflix show and a remaster of the original game from a few years ago, there was hope and speculation among the fan base that Capcom would revive this legendary franchise, and it's awesome to finally see these wishes come true. But Capcom wasn't done yet. Later that night, they revealed a new Okami game, which is the first new entry in its series since 2011's Okami for the Nintendo DS. Hideki Kamiya, the original director, is back on board with his new independent studio, Clover Studio. If you remember, the original Clover Studio was behind the original Okami, along with the cult classic God Hand. Unfortunately, the studio shut down after low sales, and Kamiya would go on to help found Platinum Games, which is known for titles such as Bayonetta and The Wonderful 101. Kamiya would split from Platinum in late 2023, leading him to his current venture. Capcom has shown interest in reviving dormant IP, so hopefully these two games are just the beginning. The Don has some ideas of his own, which I might cover in a separate video. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Any other Capcom games you're hoping to see come back? Let me know. While we're still on the subject of classic games making a comeback, Sega and Like a Dragon developer Ryo Ga Gotoku Studio have announced a new Virtua Fighter game. That's right, one of the pioneers of the 3D fighting genre is making its long-awaited return. The last mainline entry, Virtua Fighter 5, came out in 2006. The closest we've had to a new game since then have been the various revisions of VF5, with the most recent being Ultimate Showdown, which hit the PlayStation 4 in 2021, and REVO, yet another revision, getting ready to hit Steam next year. Characters from Virtua Fighter have made cameo appearances in other video games, most notably Project X Zone, Dead or Alive 5, and the mobile game King of Fighters All-Star. The teaser that was shown at the Game Awards for the new game didn't reveal much, but no doubt we're going to learn more about the game throughout the next year. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, King of Fighters, Tekken, even Fatal Fury have all made returns. No doubt it's long past due for a new Virtua Fighter game. What other fighting games are you excited about seeing? Let me know in the comments. Speaking of the developer behind Like a Dragon, they showed off another new game called Project Century. Not much was revealed about the game, other than it takes place in 1900s Japan, contains action brawler mechanics, and gets pretty bloody. Again, a lot of this game is shrouded in mystery. It's doubtful that Project Century will even be the game's final title. Still, no doubt we'll learn more about the game as the months progress, and I can't wait to see what the studio's cooking up. Hazelight, the team behind the award-winning 2021 game It Takes Two, is planning to re-up with their next co-op hit, Split Fiction, which, like It Takes Two, will be published as an EA original. You and your wingman, or wingwoman, or wing envy, will take control of Mio and Zoe, two fiction writers trapped in a machine that was built to steal their creative ideas. Now here's the twist. One of the two ladies writes fantasy while the other writes sci-fi, so the world you'll explore will be a mixture of different fantasy and sci-fi tropes along with different playstyles. The game is due to hit PC, Xbox, and PlayStation consoles next March, so if you like co-op, this is definitely one to watch. I have a feeling that just like It Takes Two, this is going to be another sleeper hit for the company. Did you make your way through Shadow of Erdtree yet? Doesn't matter because From Software has more Elden Ring on deck. This time, however, it's a standalone roguelike that takes place separate from the main game with co-op for up to 3 players. Taking control of one of several unique heroes with their own abilities, players will enter a world that changes with each session. As shown in the trailer, players will also encounter enemies and bosses from the Dark Souls games, so it looks like the two franchises take place in the same universe. From Software stresses that Elden Ring Nightreign won't be a live service game. Kinda strange for them to say that, as From Software games usually aren't live services. But anyway, no doubt Souls-like fans are going to eat this one up when it drops next year. CD Projekt Red was on hand to reveal our first look at the next part of the Witcher franchise. The Witcher 4 will be starring Geralt's adoptive daughter Ciri, as she picks up where Geralt left off as a monster hunter. There wasn't any gameplay shown, but we do know that it's going to be running off Unreal Engine 5. As a matter of fact, the trailer that was shown was a short story that was built using assets from the game itself. If The Witcher 4 is anything like its predecessors, we know that the game will be an open world action RPG. Of course, you got the usual suspects pissing and moaning about wokeness because you play as a woman, but really who gives a shit what they think. The Witcher is coming back, and hopefully, CD Projekt Red gives the game all the time that it needs to cook so they can avoid another situation like when Cyberpunk 2077 launched. Clive from Final Fantasy XVI joined Tekken 8 as his final Season 1 character and is the first guest character in the game. He even comes with a Phoenix Gate stage inspired by Final Fantasy XVI. There's not much more to say than that. I know opinions are mixed at best when it comes to fighting game guest characters, but you know what? I don't care. I like franchise crossovers, and if you recall, Tekken 7 had everyone from Fatal Fury's Geese Howard to Negan from The Walking Dead. I can't wait to see who pulls up in Tekken 8 next. Clive is available as of right now, so check him out. Netmarble, the studio behind mobile games such as Marvel Future Fight and the recently departed King of Fighters All-Star, were on hand to show off Game of Thrones Kingsroad, an all-new mobile RPG with incredible looking graphics. Matter of fact, I thought I was looking at a PC game when I looked at the trailer. Players create a character from one of 3 classes, and they experience an all-new storyline that takes place after Season 4 of the HBO series. You'll travel through familiar settings such as Castle Black in the north, and you'll encounter familiar characters such as Jon Snow and Jaime Lannister. We didn't see much of the gameplay, but the game's website states that it will be an open world action RPG with strategic combat. Now I know people are groaning about the fact that it's going to be a mobile game, and there is some concern about how and if the game will be monetized. But as far as mobile developers are concerned, Netmarble is actually one of the more notable ones, and their games are pretty fun and enjoyable, at least they are until you hit that paywall. Still, the game does look pretty good, and who knows, this might be a unique mobile experience that's not a free-to-play gacha game and actually does justice to the TV show. For the time being, you can check out their website and sign up for updates. Who knows, this could be the Game of Thrones game we've all been waiting for. To close out the night before the awards, Naughty Dog and Sony were on hand to show off their next game, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. Directed by Neil Druckmann, Intergalactic takes place in an alternate version of 1986, where space travel has been around for years. Playing as bounty hunter Jordan Moon, you set out to a remote planet to hunt down a crime syndicate. Jordan Moon is played by actress Tati Gabrielle from CW's The 100 and Netflix's The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, while the game's soundtrack is composed by none other than Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross of Nine Inch Nails fame. Naturally, because the main character is a woman of color who doesn't look like a porn star and is actually bald, the usual suspects came out in force to cry about wokeness. But like with The Witcher 4, we don't give a shit. We know about Naughty Dog's track record when it comes to the PlayStation, and if this is anything like those games, this could be another banger for the PlayStation 5. At the very least, when the game is released, we'll play the game ourselves and form our own opinion. That was my look at the Game Awards. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you made it this far, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go to the comment section, and if you did watch the Game Awards, I want you to tell me either your favorite moment from the show or something that you liked that I didn't cover. And if you didn't watch the Game Awards, what I want you to do is tell me your favorite game that came out this past year. As far as me, for the first question, my favorite moment was the Onimusha review. As for my favorite game that came out this year, that one's college football. But enough of that. For those of you who are new to the channel, by the way, welcome. I like to cover indie games, retro games, game-related tech, and just anything game-related in general that's not Call of Duty and Fortnite. I do anything from reviews, to previews, to tech unboxings, to live streams, which I hope to do more of, and to lists just like the one you just went through. So if you like what you just saw, then hit that big red subscribe button. You can join the Mafia and I'll make you a made man. Matter of fact, if you want to do me one better, hit that bell icon. That way whenever I drop new content, you'll be the first to know about it. I got a lot of new stuff on the way. I got some documentaries coming out. I've got the 20 for 2025. I I do it every New Year's, where I go through 20 games that are coming out the following year that I'm keeping my eye on. So again, you're not going to want to miss any of it. And next time I'll be a bit more presentable. I got baldness and all that and stuff. I usually like wear a fedora or a do-rag or something. But anyway, enough of that. Anyway, make sure you like, comment. Again, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And until next time, I'm Audi 51000G, kinfolk.